What's up, everybody? All right, so we're gonna Greg. Oh, that's too high. You can't see me at all. I'm back. Greggy, Greg time. All right. What's up, Salsa? All right, so I think we're good to go. I feel like there was a control I needed to change, but I don't remember what it was. Control I. Oh, can't do that. Is I already used? Node list. TC tracker. U isn't used for anything. Wait, no, I think there already is a hotkey for it. There already is one. It's just hard coded. I think. Okay. So a couple things I want to do here is, first off, is move Twitch chat a little bit. We're gonna go a little bit skinnier on the window. Go to 600 pixels and 380. And then we'll move it down to there. And then YouTube chat will go down to be just above Twitchy chat. Let's see, YouTube chat backup. I don't know what that is. Get rid of that. The text seems to have gotten way smaller. Am I making that up? What's up, Shy? What's up, Button? Is the storm over? Yeah, it is. It is. There was no damage. It was just an insane amount of rain. Like, one of those, like, you're not sure if the world is ending amounts of rain. But there wasn't any hail or anything. A bunch of stuff got knocked over, but no big deal. Okay, so now what I need to do... Sorry, I'm getting stream stuff set up still. I need to change text size a little bit. Actually, no, I think the text size is okay. What do you guys think? Is the text size okay? Yeah, I think it's actually fine. I don't want it to be too big. Is YouTube chat working? Good evening, everyone on the YouTube side of things. That's working just fine. Okay. All right. So, what were we doing? I guess we had a dead body somewhere. Fetch all our stuff. Have to fix our inventory as usual. Okay, so is this just because I'm on a multiplayer server? Like, what is that about? Why does this keep happening to me? Huh. I don't know what that's all about, but it's very, very annoying. Happened even single player as well, so doors are just bugged. Apparently. Alright. Let's get some saplings here. I forget, do they only need one square to grow like this, or do they need more than that? It's been far too long since I've played to know the answer to that question. Yeah, I think the step up is part of the problem too, Dave. I was thinking the same thing. Oak can grow adjacent? Oh. But doesn't it not get enough light or something if two grow, like if two grow around it or something? I can't remember. Or do I... Oh, I think the problem is saplings, actually. Maybe that's what it was. You start to struggle to keep saplings going if there's too many adjacents. So for now, we'll space them out until we have an abundance of saplings, I think. I'm not a fan of dark oak, birch, and oak all being right here. Okay, I'll still wait a couple minutes for people to get here before we do anything important. I'll just chop some more trees or something. What's up, Lodro? One more? Two more. There we go. I'm very excited for better tools. That's going to be probably the first thing we do. And then, how do I make chestnut trees? Chestnut tree... Chestnut sapling. It is just oak sapling plus chestnut, so I can make a bunch more of these if we wanted to. I don't think chestnuts are that important though, so I probably won't. We are swimming in blueberries basically. An ender creeper. I'm just gonna... Do you explode? You only explode if I look at you? Yes. Whoa! That was full health bar. More damage than I expected to take from that. Okay, let's sleep. Yeah, I didn't expect that to kill me in one hit with the full 11 health. Gosh, you really did a number on the terrain too. I don't need these random clovers. All these flowers, man, super annoying. Stripped. How did we get a stripped oak log out of that? That's funny. All right, back home we go. We're building up a nice stockpile of raw human flesh, though, so that's a thing. Look at all this. Can we cook it? Feels weird. I think on principle I shouldn't, even though technically it would it would work well for me. Wait, mob drops. What am I doing? I guess mob drops are in here. I need to be more organized. Chicken. Away some logs, dirt, gravel. Let's just put all of those things away real quick and then grab some back. Sword, shovel. Bunch of wool, feathers. Loot bag goes with the coins. Okay. Becoming slightly more organized. Does a knife do more damage than a sword? No, it does not. But it's good for killing mobs. Alright, we'll munch on some chicken here. And then... Okay, so I think I'm ready to kind of start the official recording. Which, now I have a new hotkey for chapter. Alt 3. That's the one. Let me double check that. I don't want to think I'm making chapters when I'm not. Yeah. Alright, hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to Gregtech New Horizons. In our last episode, we got home base discovered. We've got a couple quests done already. We're going to be working more on the quest book today, hopefully getting some Tinker's tools. And I also wanted to walk through, in the last episode, I did not do a great job of knowing how to use the Autocrafting system. So I want to walk through how to set that up from the start, all at one time. And that way, you guys kind of have a cohesive guide on it. I edited out most of that because we were struggling on stream for a long time. So let's kind of walk through how do you set up auto-crafting for items such that you can do one click and then it will make you the item. And it's that easy. You don't have to craft anything along the chain. You can just start with logs and end up with something like a wooden pickaxe. And obviously you can go way more complex than a wooden pickaxe, but this will suffice for our example. So let's start from the beginning here. One thing to note is that in NEI, you can favorite thing, or not favorite, you can mark them. What's the official word? Bookmark. You can bookmark them with A, and that will put them over here. And in the previous versions, you could click and drag this line over to the side, and you could group things together. And then this, I forget what clicking on this does exactly. It's important at some point, but I don't think it'll matter here. So when you make a group of stuff, you know, it's just a handy way to stay organized. But when the items you have use a recipe, what you can do is you can actually add the recipe itself. So if I do A on that, it'll actually bookmark the recipe. Do you see the difference? Here, it actually pulls up the recipe, and then if you were to be in a crafting table and click it, it would take you straight there. Whereas if you click this one, it doesn't take you to necessarily the recipe, it takes you to that item, which may have different things going on. So that's kind of my tip in the first place, is if you have a common recipe, you can bookmark it from this page itself. So for something like, you know, an iron ingot, let's say you had a certain way, like if you wanted to bookmark this smelting recipe, then rather than taking you to this page, it will take you straight to that smelting page. So that's thing number one about bookmarks. Then what you can do, and what you could do in the previous update, is you can actually chain, let me remove all these, you can actually chain together things. So if you wanted to say, you know, I need iron ingots, well, what's a good example of a chain is actually probably sticks. You know, sticks are a good two-step example. So you've got your wood stick, and we'll talk about favorites here in a second, but you've got your wood stick, and that needs planks, and planks need logs. So what you could do in the old update is you would hold shift and hit A, and it would add in kind of the combo. Like, it knows that the sticks need the planks, and then you could click on the planks, and then you could add the recipe you want for that, which would maybe be birch planks from birch logs, and then you could drag that down, you left click and drag, and then you right click it to turn it into green, and now it sees it as a crafting chain. And this was all possible in 2.7 or 2.6 even, which was the last one I played. And then you can control scroll this, and you can see that it basically was a calculator. So this would calculate the total amount of logs you needed to make a certain amount of sticks. Obviously, if you've got 5 steps of crafting and multiple ingredients along the way, that becomes really helpful. But now there's even a larger functionality where you can now use this group to autocraft. And Shift C is the default hotkey, and if you have enough birch logs in your inventory, so let's make this smaller, let's say 6. If I hold Shift C, or if I hold Shift and press C, boom, it auto crafts all of that. So that's the auto crafting system, coupled with the crafting chain system, which the crafting chain system already existed. I think it was improved a little bit, but it did already exist. And then the other thing they've added on top of the auto crafting, being able to craft a chain, is the favorites system. Now the favorites are interesting. What it will do is for each item, you can favorite a way to make that item in NEI. So what am I trying to do? So like a way to make birch planks, when you're looking in NEI, you can favorite this recipe, and apparently you can favorite multiples. I thought you could only favorite one per item, but that might not be true. I'm not exactly certain, or it might just pick a random one. I'm actually curious if you favorite both. We'll get to that in a second. But anyway, if we favorite birch logs to birch planks, and then we favorite sticks from planks, it should, oops, what am I doing? Wait, where did sticks from planks? I don't know if it matters which plank it's from. The Ore Dictionary stuff is a little weird. I'm still not totally clear on the Ore Dictionary piece. But what you can do is now, so let's remove this with A and Shift A. If I wanted to just make the whole crafting chain for sticks, I hold Control Shift and hit A. That didn't work. Oh no, I've already forgotten how to do it. Oh no. Control Alt A? No. Uh-oh. It might need to have birch logs selected over here. Let's find out. It's very hard to find birch. There we go. Finally back to normal. Okay. Oh no, I forgot what I did yesterday already. Oh no! We were so close. Shoot, what did I do? There was a button for it. Oh no. That it added the whole thing at once. So like with the wooden pickaxe. Oh, Shift A over the favor button. Thank you. That's what it is. So you can see. No, that didn't do it either. Well, again, maybe that needs to be, it might need to be on. Yeah, it's a little annoying it needs to be on birch planks. So it's easier to look at the usages for birch planks and then find stick. And then we can find that one. Oh, you can favorite that as a way to make sticks. Interesting. So if I Shift A on that, it should... No. Control Shift A? This still isn't working. Shift A, save recipe tree. Birch planks from logs. Oh, they're not favorited. I must have unfavorited this. Okay, everything was working fine. I just didn't favorite this. We need to favorite the birch planks from birch logs. You can look at your favorites by typing %favorites, by the way. And you can see here all the different things you favorited. So now we've got that one and that one. And now we should be able to get this going. So now if I do stick, and we'll try it and see if the ore dictionary doesn't care. Oh, interesting. It's like locked into the favorite here. But that one doesn't show as favorite. This is weird. The ore dictionary thing is weird. But anyway, if you shift A here, boom, you see it adds the whole crafting chain. So that's the idea, is you favorite the recipes you want along the way, you shift A on the favorite, and then it can add the whole crafting chain. So like here, we're missing one of the tools, the hoe. So if we look at the wooden hoe, and then we want to create the crafting chain for it, shift A, boom. Now we have the whole crafting chain from birch logs. And I don't know why the order is a little weird here. But it knows what to do. You can see that it's making the extra. So if I need an extra wooden hoe, then I can just shift C over here and boom, wooden hoe. So there you go. That is how you use Autocrafting. I hope that was helpful. What's the IP address of the server you're on? Localhost. That's the IP address. This is not, I'm not playing multiplayer. All right, now on to the quest book. Oh yeah, I'm putting all my tools in here. Yeah, it's a little tricky, but once you get it, and even I obviously even struggled a little bit with it today, but once you get it, it's really not too bad. And why are some of these... Oh, it doesn't expand. If you alt-click, it actually closes it down, and like it won't open when you left-click. That's handy. So alt-click kind of collapses it. So now I just have these handy crafting things that I can grab. See, there's still something weird going on here with like the ore dictionary stuff versus not, but it's definitely a long-term investment. The more you learn, the more it'll be easier later, but it does take a little while to figure out. But it's so useful. I mean, I think you guys can understand that, like, being able to make... Whoa, we got haste 3? Look at that. You know, being able to make, like, stuff like LV circuits with one click, as long as you have all the raw materials, is so huge. I just can't wait. It's only going to get more and more useful. You know, being able to go from gravel to having a mortar and pestle in one click. Stuff like that. Like, if I have the logs, I can literally just go over here and be like, I need a new axe. Boom. And then if you want multiple axes, you can scroll up here and be like, I want 2 axes. Boom. And it'll craft to 2 axes. Okay, so today we're going to be working towards quest book advancement and Tinker's Tools. We left some notes for ourselves. Whoa, look at all those. Look at all those saplings. So our last note, we wanted to get the coke for torches, that's right, and then we wanted to follow the quest book. We wanted to plant some things, and Tinker's Tools will happen eventually with the quest book. Let's remove some of these death thingies, and then let's turn this back on, because this is where we need to go get the coke. So it's a little bit northeast here. And this coke will allow us to make some initial torches, which will be very helpful. And along the way, let's collect food and gardens that we see. Wait, was this... Were those the ones those might have been the ones I planted. Hold on. I think these were the ones I planted. I just dug up my own gardens. The good news is it doesn't really matter. But... this is gonna spawn enemies, I think. Did a creeper blow up here? Maybe, I'm not sure. Let's fill in this hole. And then we also need raspberry bushes, if we can find them. Yeah, exactly. It's huge quality of life, the auto-crafting thing, and yeah, it might take you 20 minutes of derping around to figure it out at first, but once you realize how to set things up, it won't take too long. And then later you've got LV circuits getting crafted in one click, which is totally worth it. Alright, Mr. Sheep. Oh, we even got him to take fall damage. Alright, we're just collecting lots of things here. We'll get some mushroom gardens. And where am I going? Oh, we went way too far to the east. We need to go more north. Ooh, wild carrots. Is that different? I think so. I don't know. Do those turn into seeds or do I just plant them? I think I just plant them. More gardens. Wow, so many gardens. This is a pretty big deal. Pretty soon, I mean, I think some of these I have enough to literally just start breaking them and planting the results rather than trying to replicate more of the... Oops, well, speaking of, there we go. And this one's got gooseberries. Oh my god. Just about fell to my death over a gooseberry. Let's not do that. What's up, bandit? Howdy, howdy. The dentist nicked the side of your tongue? Ooh, that sucks. Okay, is this chest cart gonna do anything for me? I can throw it in the smeltery for molten iron later. I don't think that's worth it. I'm not gonna worry about it. Oops. We need to eat some food. We also have some zinc gravel over here. So I think what I'll do is I'll just change... Oops. Control B, change this one to zinc gravel. So that way we remember where it is. Grab some more gardens. So many gardens around here. I love it. This is the daily build. The beta should be hashtag soon, from what I understand. Chicken! Another chicken. I also need feathers for various things, so it's nice to have some chickens. Alright, what other gardens do I need to plant? It looks like we've already got a couple grass gardens ready to spready. I know I did tropical and berry gardens. Let's get rid of wooden sword that's about to break. Single piece of dirt. Actually, don't want to trash anything else. We got gourd gardens going. We got stalk gardens. There's berry gardens over there. We got herb gardens. Grass, herb, stalk, berry. Okay, we've done all of those. Yeah, you gotta turn off mob griefing if you don't want your farm to get wrecked. Sweet. Okay, can I make cherry trees from these cherries? Yes. I think I will. Because cherry juice is nice, and then we can also make stuff like cherry yogurt, cherry ice cream. Fruit salad is super nice. Can I make that already with the knife that I have? Can I make that with the blueberries? Oh my goodness, I can. Look at that. Well, that's super handy. Well, now I know what we're doing with all our knives. Let's plant some cherry trees. Ugh, this is why I hate oak trees. They don't always grow up straight. They have the little side nodules sometimes, which I'm not a fan of. Crooked trees. Okay, so... pick up the sapling. Cherry sapling. Nice. Okay, I don't know where to put them, but for now we'll put it on top of our little hovel here. Turning off mob griefing is definitely allowed for the Stargate rules, so you can totally do that. The Stargate rules are pretty relaxed. Like, as long as you're not doing anything that is obviously making your game like way easier than everybody else's that most people aren't doing, then you're fine. There's even some people that have done some very light cheating, you know, that like isn't that crazy, and they still get it, you know. It's like, if you're cheating in order to get to Stargate easier than everybody else, that's a little much. But like, you can even do the home teleport thing. There's all sorts of things. Hey, Splattermine, thanks for the follow. Okay, so now we have coal coke, which means I'm not gonna favorite this one because I'm not going to be using coal coke for torches, but look at this. 40 torches. That feels really good. We can actually light up our home properly. Which, when I say home, small box, I guess we could call it. That's funny. Let's get these things cooked. Put away everything. Alright, human meat. Okay, we're gonna start planting stuff eventually, but I'm not doing that right now. Right now, I think what I want to focus on is the quest book and having food. Let's use these blueberries to make fruit salad. That is awesome. 1.5 shanks plus some... I don't know exactly... Is that exactly half of a satiation, or is satiation more granular than just a half or a whole? I don't know. I am just gonna do this. I think that'll help. Anyway, we can get plenty of blueberries from these bushes we planted. They're already growing. Nice. Okay, what's next on the old quest book arena? So the quest book says we could make an apple sapling out of it, and then we could get a pear or orange. Could be useful. We already have chestnut, but we don't have walnut. Here, we have an apple literally in our inventory, so let's make an apple tree. Yeah, disabling machine explosions is valid, disabling mob griefing is valid, using the TP is valid. Those are all very valid ways to play that do not keep you from being a Stargater. Also, like... even if you did more serious forms of cheating, Stargating is still a huge achievement. Obviously, you don't want to get all the way to Stargate thinking you're gonna get the role and then not get it, but like, heck, even if you got there in half the time, it's still a huge achievement. Whether you get the official achievement or not. Like, if you weren't tier skipping, even just playing in creative mode would still be an achievement in my mind. Alright, let's make 2 apple trees. I don't need a bunch. There'll be apples whenever I want them. Alright, plant one here. Oh, that's my house. Alright, let's plant that there. We'll move those eventually. I don't think we're gonna leave them there, but I just want to get things going. The rules say no peaceful? Is that true? That feels a little bit odd. Oh, I guess I didn't plant mushroom gardens. I'm gonna leave that there. It can spread. Okay, so what's next on the old quest book arena here? We can grab, what do we want? Pears? No, I want oranges. We'll do an orange sapling, maybe right here. New rule, hardcore mode is required. Captain Nova, is this a slime fun server? I don't even know what slime fun means. So, no. Let's grab our mallet. We already have one. Gimme? I'm seeing how long it takes to automatically see it. This feels weird. Normally these automatically show up. What? Is this not a soft mallet I'm holding? Does it have to be a soft mallet with full durability? It's a crafting? Why is it a crafting task? Why would it not just be a detection task like everything else? That doesn't make any sense to me. We can easily make more, but it's just a weird, I don't know. Feels like an unnecessary thing to make me make a new one when I already have one. Okay, there we go. I'll take some melon slices, which I think we can plant into more melons, right? How does that work? How do melons work in this game? I can smush them into melon seeds, yeah. But I guess it's shaped crafting. Yeah, anything that can't pre-detect, I feel like it should have a really good reason for doing it if that's why it's set up that way, and I certainly don't think this one makes sense, but it's fine. All right, let's plant our melon seeds there. We got some carrots, keep that going. I'll work on a more official farming patch at some point, like down here. Why is this area so dark? Is it like a biome thing? Oh, there's a Thaumcraft node. There's an aura node here. Ooh, I don't know what that means, but I think that's why everything's dark. That's why everything's dark. Cadis, I'm glad to hear that the offhand stuff is resolved so that we can eat food while blocks are in the offhand, I assume is the main thing. The main thing for me that was bothering me is that, like, if we had something like torches in the offhand, we couldn't just eat food. It would place the torch instead. And that's the sort of thing that will make you go crazy. But as long as that's different, then I'm happy. But I haven't updated, so I still can't take advantage of that yet. All right, let's put away the coins. What's next on the old Questorino list here? The bed is done, and I get all of those as rewards. Goals. Gregtech New Horizons is a long and intricate mod pack with massive amounts of custom content and over 3,000 quests to guide you through it. We recommend you set small goals from tier to tier and see how far your journey takes you. The ultimate late game goal is to craft a Stargate or two, but the recipe is outrageous and very few players have ever done so. If you need a big goal for your run, we suggest to aim for something less crazy, like going to the moon if it's your first time playing, or making and automating an assembly line if you've never done so, or the tier 8 rocket, which is the last regular rocket. So for us, the goal is to have fun. But as far as actual progression, I would like to get to the moon. If there's even more challenge needed, there's a no rocket run is somewhat supported. Skyblock, speed running, we're not worrying about hardcore, we're not doing any of those things. Baked potatoes. I don't think we've found potatoes yet. And we need raspberries for that quest. I need a stack of wood for this quest. I'm so oh, it consumes 10 of them? Weird. I don't think I care about most of the... Oh, this is a checkbox task. I'll get free bone meal. This world is a true hellscape full of special mobs and infernals around every corner. Unlike in vanilla, a player actually has to stay aware. If an infernal has vengeance, don't shoot it with your 56 damage crossbow. High health infernal with regen is really hard to kill. Even worse is if it is a witch that can heal herself, like the one that spawned in our base. Yeah, that was fun. $23.31 0 crops in Stone Age. Yeah, no thanks. All right, what else? Creepers can have you have a bad time. Drowning creepers surround you in a ball of cobble filled with water, and the cobble is silverfish, and the silverfish are infernal. It's really fun. Ender creepers teleport you. Caught in the web. Some spiders have nasty modifiers. Ghost spiders are really annoying. Other spiders will spawn a lot of baby spiders on death. Oh boy. The only zombie pigman to watch out for is vampire pigman, but you can use a wooden sword as a stake or have a magical sword. Sweet. Take all the free stuff. And then we need to kill a couple pigs for that quest, and we already have the knife. And then I think that'll pretty much wrap up what we're doing. Let's go get the rest of the wood that we need for that. And then we'll be done with the first quest tab. Nice. Soon I can start using crop sticks. They're really nice. Even the level 1 trees are just really nice on crop sticks. It's so much easier to handle. The problem is you need irrigation, and the crop sticks aren't exactly cheap. Crop sticks, they're just called crop. That's right. Or crops. Crop. There it is. It's 4 long sticks each, and a long stick is... Oh, we actually need tools for it? For some reason I thought we could just make it, but yeah. We need a file and a saw, and then we can start making our first crops. Alright, well, this will be plenty of saplings for now. For our wood needs. Do I really not have a stack of logs? I guess I don't. Okay. Well, one of those will grow soon. And what else do I need to do? Go kill some pigs. Find raspberries. Snowballs are nice because you can make smoothies. So that's kind of cool. It's literally cool. And I can make some bowls with a knife on... Ooh, that seems like it's worth favoriting. It's interesting, it just sticks on birch planks rather than scrolling through them because I have favorited birch planks. If I favored another, like if I favored an oak plank, what will that be part of the thing it cycles through? I'm actually curious. So if I go back to like making a bowl, it does. Interesting. Huh. It's kind of cool. Yeah, Ender Creeper did kill us. That's definitely what just happened like 2 minutes ago. Or 20 minutes ago. Time flies fast. Anyway, so if I favorite this bowl recipe... Well, I don't need to favorite it. I just need to do Shift A. And then Alt-click. And now I should be able to... Oop. I should be able to just Shift C on that and make a bowl. That's really cool. And then... I don't remember what the quest was telling me to do with that, but... Oh, that's really neat. Oh, we need 2 bowls. And then a berry medley... Needs a bunch of berries. 2 berry medleys. Okay, so let's grab the extra berry doodads that we have. We've got a lot. I'm thinking 5 is going to be enough. Break all those. Nom nom nom. And then make another bowl. So we control scroll up on that. Shift C. And now I can do... How did that work? Oh, whatever. We've got that one. Blueberry, raspberry, blackberry, strawberry makes 2 berry medleys. Quest? Oh, it's stuck behind the raspberries. Okay, let's go on a raspberry hunt. I wonder if there's an easy way to find them. You can kind of see them on the map. Actually. Like that, I think, is berries. I think up there might be berries. This is berries. These might be berries here and here. So let's go north, kind of around the mountain here. And then I can also use the soft mallet to turn berries into juice, which is more nourishing than the berry itself, though. I have eaten that before. I don't... Okay, I've eaten all these types before. So we can make juice out of all of them. Oh, there is no candleberry juice. There's everything else juice, but no candleberry juice. Alright, eat the candleberries. And then we're gonna get Tinker's tools. Lots of jumping will take away all my stamina. Some stock gardens up there. More berries right here. Might as well. Okay, was I correct? Are there berries down here? Yeah, that does look like berries. I think we already saw these ones. Aren't these blueberries over here? No, I see red. Haha. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, so we'll pick all these up. Start a raspberry bush farm. Got the quest done. Wait, what is that? Whoa! Mind blown. So I changed my hotkey for making a chapter marker in OBS to Alt-3 on the numpad, just so I have something easy to press that doesn't make me crouch. And just now, while doing that, I noticed like items were popping up, and I was like, those are the items above that in the inventory. And if you scroll the scroll wheel while you're holding Alt, you can switch what's in that slot. What? That's so nice. So you can put like all your building blocks in one slot and easily switch them without even opening your inventory. Granted, I don't know if it's faster than just opening your inventory, but that's so cool. That's super dope. Let's drink some bloob juice. Gotta say that very carefully. Okay, so quest book, we'll claim that. We will claim a loot bag. I don't need more berry medleys. Apparently I've screwed up because now I have too much stuff. Let's trash a stick, a clover, 2 planks, and I still need to trash more. I'll trash a cookie. I've had a cookie before, so it's not that important. And then, what's waiting for me? Coins? I'd like those. I'll just trash the blueberry juice. Alright. Back home we go. Button software, there are no seasons, correct? I believe so, yeah, no seasons. Oh. Lots of blackberries. I don't have space for that. Maybe next time. Alright, so Tinker's Tools is now gonna happen soonish. Let's clear some space here. And we'll plant our raspberry bush. Do 5 there, 5 there. Put away all the different bushes and such. We also have mallowberry and blackberry bushes now. So I should plant those. We'll get that done. Bone meal, feather, string, gunpowder, pork chops we need to cook. And just about time to sleep here. Hey, Kawa, thank you very much. Glad you've enjoyed them. And I guess that's not a W. That's a Russian character. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it looks like a W. All right. Now, planting these guys. I really need a lot more space out here. I don't know what to do other than just basic shoveling. Let's get mallowberry. And blackberry. Okay, so now we'll have all sorts of berry bushes we can come to once in a while. If you trash a cookie because you've eaten a cookie, that means you haven't had a good cookie. That's a true fact. Okay, so back to the quest book. We've now got to find snowballs to advance that. More carrots. Oh, that'll get us potatoes. Tea leaf and grape to make raisins. Smelting grapes. How far are we in the pack? Not very far. We just started yesterday. And this is the biggest of all packs. Okay, so, the Stone Age. Where do we begin? You should probably have a home by now. A steady supply of food is a fundamental requirement. Take this journal to keep track of the things you've eaten. You'll have to travel far in this tier. Better be prepared. Nice. So now we get a lunch bag. And that means we can put food into it, which is kind of nice. And then you can eat directly from the lunch bag. By holding sneak, or no, if it's open, you'll eat directly from it. The annoying part though is it like, it doesn't, it's hard to describe. It doesn't eat like 7, 7, 7 in a, like if you had full stacks of 3 types of food, it would just keep eating. Well, I actually don't know that. Maybe I'm wrong. We should test it. So let's take some raspberries and fruit salad. So like here, it should, or does it just eat the best thing? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how it determines what it's eating. Because it was just eating the cooked mutton there. But once it starts reducing in nutritional value, I'm not sure if it starts cycling around or not. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out. Okay, I did want to go get more carrots. There are no more carrots. All right, we shall wait for more carrots. In that case, let's begin the Stone Age quest book. We really want to work towards the Tinker's Tools here. We'll work on that other stuff later. So basic prospecting. Most things are unavailable at the moment, so let's begin with something simple. Take some of your cobblestone and smelt it into regular stone. Since this mod pack is evil, you'll need to use wood for that. How much fun is that? Alright, so we need to do some classic stone smelting. We already have some stone, so let's grab that. And we'll smelt a half stack here. And I'll just put in a stack of oak planks. And while we're waiting, I'll just mine some more cobble. Ooh, it's guava season. That sounds nice, Button. I actually don't want to go too far down because I'll go into my hovel on accident. Alright. I don't know how much we need. I'll do like half a stack right now. We can always do more later. This is very easy. At what point do you consider using iron tools? This guy, get a load of this guy. At the point when we can actually make them, that's the point, which is a long time from now. Flint tools are next. And probably bronze or copper tools first, before iron. I don't even remember, like, the progression's a little weird. I don't remember exactly what it is, but It's not gonna be that. Okay, so that stone is still working. We're gonna need to gather a bunch of clay. So why don't we... Yeah, why don't we grab a couple shovels? Might even do one more. So we've got some extra shovels. And then I probably want one more pickaxe. I think a single sword is good enough. I don't need a mallet with me. So we're gonna go on a little clay finding journey here. And gravel. Clay and gravel. Food-wise, I probably don't have enough right now, actually. So what else can we grab? I'll grab some berries here. That should be enough. Yeah, Tinker's is within range. We're working on Tinker's right now. That's what this quest line is about. This is a not enough items guide. More food, more hearts. Okay, why don't we actually read these? So, food is great, right? But what's even greater is eating tons of it. You get 1 point for every half shank of hunger, and after 50 points you get 1 extra heart. So that's why we make all the food types. There are some commands, you can look at the food list, yada yada. Let's get some fried chicken. And then this one wants me to gather a bunch of gravel. I almost called it gravel, a bunch of gravel. Sand the gathering. Where's magic the gathering? Clay the gathering, gravel the gathering. Okay, so we need a gravel, gather gravel. Not enough items, more like too many items. You can type at the bottom. You can highlight any matching items in your inventory. You can search nearby inventories. You can look for machines in the world. An extra fancy bookmark feature. You can bookmark entire recipes with Shift A, which will then use your favorites to make the whole crafting chain. If you bookmark the favorite itself, yada yada. Pressing 0 will hide any eye. Wait, what? I didn't know that. Other people go on soul searching, I go on gravel searching. 0 does not seem to be hiding it. Maybe that's because 0 is being used by Wyla. I don't know. Any eye is more powerful than you can imagine. Clicking LB and pressing R shows the recipes. Right mouse button or U, I rebound that to T. Shows recipes that use the item. Hold shift to stop the OR dictionary cycling through items, and you can scroll it. At Thaumcraft would list all Thaumcraft items. You can combine anything. There are even more advanced features. Oh, was that an O, not a 0? You might be right. NEI is even more powerful now. Now it automatically collapses items to make browsing much faster. You can alt left click to collapse or uncollapse. Also, NEI now has JEI-like advanced search. Search by ID, search by OR dictionary, search by subsets. Logical or multi-item search. Logical not, exclude items. Multiple words wrapped in quotes. Wow. Alright, so you can get really fancy with it. Oh yeah, O just does hide the NEI. Just like O on the keyboard. Alright, we gotta sleep. But not before we eat fried chicken right before going to bed. Yum. Yeah, Sanki, you can't make the new version is the first version that has wood tools. So saying jumping, you never made wood tools jumping from flint to iron. In this case, you jump to flint is now your first tinker's tools, and you have to use wood tools to start. You cannot make regular flint tools anymore. Okay, let me put away these random coins. Cool. Okay, so let's go gather clay. And why don't we actually smelt more stone than that? Let's keep this process going. And off we go into the wild yonder. Take some berries on our way out. What mod makes the door animations fancy? Oh, that's a good question, actually. I have no idea. I didn't even realize until you mentioned it that the door had an animation. I forgot that original Minecraft doors just immediately open and close. How much bigger than PyMods is this? That's a good question. A lot. It's definitely different, but it's bigger than Pi for sure. We call it malicious doors. LOL. I know this isn't clay, but we need lots of gravel too. The amount of flint we'll need is very high, so it's worth it. Ah! Blood. Alright. I'm gonna call that good enough. Try not to fall into that pit every time we walk by here. This seems worth blocking, or at least torching a little bit of. Okay, good. Pyrolusite. What's pyrolusite? That is in a manganese vein? Okay, I don't care about that. Now, Cadis, you know things. I'm having a little issue sometimes, especially when I'm like underground, where there's little pixels. I don't know if it's an anti-aliasing problem or something, but there are little like white dots kind of on the edges of like seams between blocks. And I would love to fix that. I assume that's some Angelica settings that we can change, but I don't really know what it would be. Okay, go to video settings, and then what? Video settings. Oop. Is it light flicker? Probably not. Advanced. And then disable compact vertex format. Interesting. How bad will that be for my graphics card? Okay, so we're gonna struggle to find enough clay next to this. Oh, I guess I have another lake over there, but I think I'm gonna go to the river towards the east here. Oh, I didn't bring the bed. Hold on, this is gonna be a problem. I have to bring the bed with me if we're gonna go on a long journey here. Or make another one. There is also a sleeping bag, I think. When can we get that? I need tanned leather. Which needs bound leather, which needs a bunch of string and leather. Okay. So what I should start doing, there's so many things to do. I'm sure the quest book will get us there eventually, but that's one that I wouldn't mind getting earlier as well. So we could plant some cotton. Or no, let's keep the walnuts. We don't have a walnut tree yet. Gosh, we're already out of shovels. Ugh. Alright, so we need to plant cotton. How do you get cotton seeds? Ah. Easy enough. And then we need the hoe, and then we need more shovel, and more shovel. But we need more wood for more shovel. Perfect. Alright, throw the gravel in there. Hey John, howdy howdy. Ugh, that's so annoying. It's like everything has to be just perfect to not accidentally place a block with the offhand. I don't know, that could be totally normal vanilla behavior even, but... Okay. That should get me started. Might as well plant all of it. This stuff multiplies like crazy. Can I turn these ones into juice? I can't remember. No, I can't do a fruit salad though with these apples and melon slices. And that's a different kind of fruit salad than the other fruit salad you can make. There's so many types of food. And look at this, we got our apple tree. That one only has 2 apples on it. Go ahead and munch a bunch of these berries. I should make another furnace. Do I have enough gravel for that? Oh, well, of course I have enough gravel. We just grabbed a million of it. So let's make another furnace. That next to this one. That way I can start cooking other stuff at the same time. That should be enough stone. Basic processing complete. Perfect. I mean, I'll just take a chisel. I don't know if I'm going to use it yet. Macerator V0.1 Alpha. This fancy little device works almost like a macerator. Some say it's even better, because it doesn't require power. You only need to craft 1 for this quest, but you should probably make more if you can. And it also lets you make flint more efficiently. And the recipe is 2 flint and some stone, so we'll favorite that. And then what we should be able to do... I'm not going to turn too much gravel into this because we'll use that to make mortars, but let me grab this stone. And now we can add that guy. No, that's not even the right one. Add this guy. Oh, see, we already had Flint favorited, but now we want this one to be favorited. So now we want the mortar. And it should automatically... Wait, did I not just favorite that? Thought I did. And there we go. Ingredients is just some gravel, some stone, and it says 2 mortars. I don't know how this will be our first auto crafting experience with using, like, what are they called? Just tools, you know, usable tools with their ability as part of the recipe. But I have gravel and I have stone. And it just worked. Sweet. Seems to work properly. Awesome. We'll claim our 10 technician coins. And now I really need clay. We'll be putting our tools in there. Okay, so I'll grab the bed so we can sleep out in the wild here. We'll go on a clay finding journey. I probably need more shovels than that, let's be honest. Go ahead and go up to 4. There we go. That's so nice. This auto crafting is dope. I love that. Let's go to this lake down here first. We'll get some exploration in near the home base, which is nice. Throw that away. Munch on some apples. And we're looking for clay. Is that clay? No, more sand. Here's some. It's kind of a pain in the butt to excavate when it's underwater, but this is only 1 tile deep, so it's not too bad. What we can do is we can place dirt over. I should have brought a stack of dirt. That would have been a smart idea. But we can just place dirt over it, and then the water will not be there anymore. Wow. Oh yeah, it's really dark under this tree because it goes up forever. Yeah, this, again, the offhand thing, I kind of wish, I don't even know how to make it so it would do exactly what I want, to be honest. Because, like, if you're standing on the block, then it just fails. Oh, and now I'm out of dirt. But I think that's what it would do in regular vanilla as well. So I don't even know if it's doing anything wrong right now. Alright, here's our first clay. Oh, and it's only 1 tile deep. Of course. Yes, I have another announcement to make, everyone, which is that some people over in the Cridania server have started a new run for GTNH. So if you're looking to play GTNH with some awesome peeps, you can join the Cridania Discord. There's links in my About section and in the description of everything. And there's a community server channel, and you can head over there and play Gregtech with some great people. So you should go check that out. if you're interested. Bunch of clay down here. I'm just gonna stand here on the top and hope for the best. Pretty sure vanilla has the same problem. Most people just use totem or shield in the offhand. Alright, this is a good amount of clay. It's just annoying to mine underwater, so I'm trying to get as much as I can from up here. You know what? We can actually go out on a limb. Alright, let's dive in. Hey! There's our clay, the gathering. Oh, I'm drowning. Let's not die. Oh, I like that. Those are all good changes, Cadis. Yeah, really, like most of the torch placements, I only want it to place when I'm holding a tool, and that I'm primarily going to be using left click with. When I'm holding an object that heavily interacts with right click, such as a block or food, I kind of just want the torch to not, almost like not exist, if that makes sense. Like I want it to sit in the offhand and not do anything. Because if the item I'm holding mostly has right-click functionality, then it makes the annoyances pretty common. Alright, what are we at now? 3 stacks? That sounds like a lot, but let me tell you, that clay will disappear in seconds once we get started on all the Tinker's stuff and making patterns and all sorts of other garbage. So, I'm gonna keep looking for more here. Some over there. This is actually a pretty big patch. There goes another shovel. How many am I at? It's funny, it does the thing where it like doesn't use the final one, which is nice for other tools, but for these I kind of just want them to break. But this problem is very short-lived. It will be over as soon as I get our first Tinker's tool. Alright, here's a bunch more. This is actually a good amount. Oh yeah. This might even be enough clay for a single coke oven or something. I don't remember how much those need, but it's a lot. And don't drown. This last piece. Alright, what are we at? Nice, look at that. 5, 6, 6.5 stacks of clay. Alright, that'll be enough for a minute. This one's right here, so I might as well grab it. Oh my gosh. What was that about? I got too close. So did it start eating? I don't know what it started doing. I think it started eating the fruit salads. I don't know what the logic is on those things. I'll have to experiment with it. Yeah, sorry, Cadis. Links aren't gonna work. Twitch just shuts them down. Alright, that's enough clay for now. Yeah, it does that because people who are toxic, it's better to not let the... It's the idea of like shadow banning. It's better to let the toxic people not know that they're being censored because then they don't freak out as much. So it's one of those situations. Obviously, you're not a toxic people. I'm not saying that, but, you know, that's why Twitch shuts down links, is because people are, you know, spamming links to things that are gonna give you viruses or whatever and all that jazz. All right, we gotta get home, or I guess we can just sleep out in the wild, but I think we can make it for tonight, just maybe. Hey, we made it home. One nice day trip. And sleep we shall. Why did it not use durability on the second mortar? Oh, Preston, you asked that question earlier. Because once we had the first mortar, it just kept using that one to craft all the gravel. Which is how you want it to work. You want it to use up one mortar fully first. So that's all what we would want. All right, look at all that clay. So then we can make raspberry juice with this. Oh, soft mallet is gonna need to be... You know, I would actually like if you could condense these down to 1 square, to be perfectly honest. Given that you're using it as a crafting icon, I kind of don't want the rest of the line to be there either. I just kind of want a full grid of all the different things I can auto-craft. And then if you click on it, it would like move things out of that row and expand it. Check the hotkey help. You think that's a thing? Oh, I see what you mean this. Yeah, I mean, there's already the alt click on this. Can you collapse it more? Such that more could end up on the same line? That's what I'm kind of wondering about. I don't think you can. It does do something here with clicking individual things. That doesn't seem to quite do it. I just alt-clicked that. Alt-clicking that seems to collapse it, but alt-clicking this sort of collapses it. That's super weird. I don't know what's going on here with alt-clicking those items. But either way, it doesn't seem to ever condense it down to 1 box, which is, I think, what I'd like. Where multiple boxes can be on the same row. If anyone can figure that out, let me know in the comments. That'd be great, because I will definitely have so many things to craft. What was I about to add? Soft mallet. Specifically from planks. Why are there two recipes here? They seem like the same recipe. So Shift A, look at that. Alt click that, and now we can just make soft mallets for days. That's so cool. This is such a nice feature. I'm just in love. I can just grab my oak planks. Boom, soft mallet. Might as well make two. Boom. It's just so easy. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. All right. I don't love that. For now, I'm just not going to use the hotbar until I get that update that makes it less annoying. Alright, drink some raspberry juice. Where do I put the chisel? We'll need a spot for stuff like that. For now, I'll just put it in here. And lunch bag, let's throw in cooked pork chops there. These raspberries. What's the fruit salad again? Do you get the bowls back when you eat those? I don't think you do. Or maybe you do. We'll find out. Kind of annoying to have the bowls floating around. Okay, so we completed the clay quest, and that's gonna get us... I mean, I could do a bacon sandwich just to get more hearts out of it. Loot bag, though, probably gets me more hearts, too. So, next is unfired clay buckets, which is just a bunch of clay dust. And clay dust is just mortared, I think, clay. But first we have to shape it into a clay brick. Is that right? I don't know if that's right. I think that's right. So we have to make entire blocks of clay. No, because then that means we need... No, I'm missing something. Because if we need the bucket to make the bucket, something's backwards. The clay... What can clay be turned into? Maybe I should look on this list. Oh, you can just mortar the clay for a small pile. There you go. Okay, so that's the play. That's the play there. So then what we'll do is we'll make sure we have enough gravel in our inventory, some clay and some stone. We'll grab the mortars that we've already got. Let's put away this stuff. And now, how do I want to do this? So for an unfired bucket, we need to first favorite this recipe, and then the small pile, we need to favorite that recipe. And then we should be able to go back, Shift A on this, and now, with any amount of luck, we can make a bucket with a single click. We've got the power. No, I can't make more. Why can't it? Oh, because it's only making up to one. It apparently uses the first mortar in the list, I think, is how that's working. So top left. Yeah. That's so nice. This is so nice. Oh my goodness, I love it. All right. We're having fun here. So we'll get those fired and then we'll get some buckets. Sweet. And then, oh yeah, we want more mortars and pestle. Done. Totally done. Wow. That's great. Okay, let's make a bunch of raspberry juice here. Wow, I can only do 16 before breaking. That's not very many. But it's something. And now we have a lot in there. Throw that. Oh, I did want to find out about the berries in specific. Oops. If they are the berries medley, does it give me the bowl back? We'll find out soon. Okay, so we've got a bucket. Something to carry liquids. So then quest book, I'll take raisin cookies. I love a good oatmeal raisin. And let me be very specific, because a lot of people that hate oatmeal raisin, I think part of it is because there's a lot of bad oatmeal raisins out there. The variance on oatmeal raisin cookies is quite high. The variance on a, regular chocolate chip cookie, pretty low. Most chocolate chip cookies are good. Oatmeal raisins are very different depending on the recipe. And when I say bad, it's not even bad quality necessarily. It's about the recipe that it's made with. Does it have some cinnamon and, it's either like the nutmeg or the spice to it? Does it have the right kind of like brown sugar molassesy vibe? Because if it does, and it's the right softness, that kind of oatmeal raisin is a world different than like the basic boring, it's kind of just an oatmeal cookie with raisins in it. Those are fine. I still like those, but I can understand why they might be more boring to people. But a really good oatmeal raisin cookie, oh my gosh, they are to die for. Let's find out if we get the bowl back. We do get the bowl back. Okay. A little annoying, that being how it works. Also, why was I allowed to eat that right now when I already had full hunger? It's kind of doubly weird. I've convinced you to go have dinner. Also, Shy Degenerate, that is exactly the point. The autocrafting system is meant to kind of be less useful as the game goes on. It's mostly an early game feature to reduce some of the tedium of early crafting huge amounts of stuff. And yeah, once you've got machines automated and all kinds of stuff going, you don't need them as much, which is kind of the point. So I think it's perfect. All right, we're already reaping the benefits of our cotton plants. And then these turn into string. I think we need in the regular, I think it's 3. Yeah, 3 turns into a string. And then that's 15. 19 then creates a woven cotton. And then a woven cotton plus 4 more strings. So that's 19 plus 12. So a total of 31 of it plus 4 leather can get you a bound leather, which then you can tan on a rack to get tanned leather. So that's a whole path that I'm sure shows up in the quest book, probably right here. Yeah, so we'll be doing that soon. For now, we need to work on wood pulp and paper, and wood pulp is just macerated logs. So let's do some tree chopping. We'll do our normal trees here. Let's get this pile of dirt out of here. Yeah, John, I can't wait for LV circuits from just a pile of ingredients. It's gonna be so nice. Oh, you're talking about making the leather. Yes, it is kind of leather. It is kind of crazy to make leather. It's Greg. It's Gregified. Everything is Gregified. Broken axe. Right? Oh, but that one actually broke? Interesting. Because the shovels were stopping at 0%. I wonder if the way the durability works is different. F? Is the stream dead? What? Why is everyone saying F? You guys are scaring me. Stream is fine according to OBS. I do need to, now that you mentioned that though, I do need to move my window here so that I can see the stream stats correctly. Well, in this case, the weird pause was Twitch's fault, because I've dropped 0 frames. So you can take it up with our evil overlords. Alright, is that enough wood? Who knows? How much wood pulp do we actually get per... We only get 2 pulp each, and then we need 4 pulp for a paper, which again we can set up auto-crafting for. Now this is starting to make me question though, what about the Tinker's tables, which have the patterns? Because the patterns can pull from adjacent inventories. When you get the, well, none of these are the Tinker's tool table, but, or the Tinker's crafting station. Is that in tips and tricks maybe? I would expect it to walk you through the Tinker's crafting station somewhere. Ah, there it is. Crafting station. It holds the items. No, this is still not the one I'm talking about. It's called like a pattern table or something. But you can store patterns for certain recipes, and then that can pull from adjacent inventories, and that might be better than auto-crafting. Yeah, no, sorry, Cadis. I know that you can't use auto-crafting with the Tinker's tables. I'm saying there might be certain applications where you're better off using the Tinker's pattern stuff rather than the auto-crafting. At Tinker's workstation, is that what it's called? What's it called? Stencil table? I don't remember. I think it's the stencil table. And it can hold up to 9 recipes. Forestry work tables. Thank you. Work table. That's what I'm thinking of. The forestry work tables are potentially better than the auto crafting in certain things. But can this pull from adjacent inventories? I guess it can't, can it? I can't remember if it can. You need iron screws for that. Anyway, let's make some paper. First we get rid of coins. Then we eat some cookies. Put away all of our stuff here. And then we need to get... We're gonna have so many pages. I really hope they find a way to make it so you can collapse these into one square that then goes across. They can all occupy the same rows. Otherwise, we're gonna have like 50 pages of favorites that we can auto-craft here. Anyway, what are we doing? We're adding the wood pulp to the list. And then we're adding... I thought we had paper. I guess we don't add that to the list. And it needs to be this one. So I think this is all we need, and we shift A on that. And then we just need the logs and the buckets of water. Okay. So then we'll need to take a crafting table down to the water, and then we can fill our buckets. Click, 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 fill our buckets, click, click, click. It'll be great. Make a bunch of paper. So for now, we'll grab the mortars, and first we'll craft a bunch of wood pulp. No, we don't need to. This is so confusing, but so amazing. All we need to do is take the buckets, the mortars. Let me make a couple more mortars for what it's worth. All I need is water and logs. Probably need to chop some more logs. And the buckets. I have the buckets. I'm losing my mind. We've got the buckets. Excuse me. Whoa. Dry throat. Whoa, big frog in my throat. It shouldn't be there. Ah. Whew. Okay, so over here... Oh, I need a crafting table. Dang it. Oh well, we need to sleep anyway. Hey, we got our first melon! Yeah! Sweet! I'm glad it didn't die somehow. Also, while I'm thinking about it, we should totally claim... we should claim all these chunks just so that they don't get exploded. I don't really want anything to get blown up farming wise. And I also guess we need a chunk load these farming chunks too. It's not like we have a reason to not chunk load them right now. Later we can only load the chunks we need, but for now it's just the whole area can be chunk loaded. That's fine for when we're off doing something else interesting. Okay, I didn't grab the thing I meant to grab, which is another crafting table. Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought we had one. We do. Snack on a kook. Alright, so then we place this down somewhere. And then we grab some water. And then I should be able to not do this. So Shift A. There we go. And now it's not working anymore? Oh, because I have 2 paper. There we go. Ho ho ho, yeah! There it is. And kabooyah. What am I out of? Am I out of wood? I have 10 paper. There we go. I can only make 8 at a time, so I should actually... And now we're out of wood. Sweet! Oh, that is so handy. Quest complete, book parts. So, that quest gives us a single blank pattern. We'll need a lot more of those. Sustainable paper, paper bark sapling. I don't... Do we want that? I don't... Maybe it's worth it. But I need a jungle sapling, which I can purchase with my forest ranger coins if I want to. I have no plans to use cacti for water. That's not the way I plan to do it. While using your flint tools is fun in terms of killing pigs and cows. Ah, it's not. It's a lie. We don't have flint tools. We have wood tools. This quest needs to be fixed. This quest is a lie. They are not long-lasting and can't be repaired. Plus, infernals laugh at your attempts to kill them. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so we need to make all kinds of things. Oh, and we're gonna need some string in there. And patterns are 4 each. Okay. So we're definitely gonna need to expand our farming area a little bit here. I'll make an official farm maybe next episode. For now, I just kind of want to get some things rolling. But like I said, this is the Zen Garden experience. We're not like crazy rushing here, so I don't mind spending a bunch of time setting up farms and stuff. But I also didn't want to just spend the first like 3 hours of gameplay just literally chopping trees with wooden tools and mining dirt with wooden tools. I felt like that'd be a little too boring for the start. So as much as I said we didn't want to rush progression, I feel like at least for the first couple hours trying to get somewhere is fun. We'll have plenty of time for hours-long mining and chopping sessions later. Okay, so put away the coins. I needed more. What did I need more of? Oh, I was gonna go get another hoe. Need some wood for that. I'm definitely running out of logs pretty quickly here. So we're gonna want to do a lot more chopping. But for now, I just want to get more cotton planted. What we can do is actually plant a bunch of stuff right here. Wow, these do not last very long. Okay. That's probably enough. This stuff makes cotton very quickly, as you've seen. Pathway between home farming and the water. Yes, that is also on the list of things we need to do. It's like in Stardew Valley when you start out and your home area is a mess. It's like really satisfying to clean it all up. I'm excited for our version of that. Okay, put away stuff here. What do I actually need right now? We've got some more mortars. I guess I just need to chop trees if I want more patterns. And let me mine a little bit further back here so we can fit some more chests. Man, it's crazy how slow mining is at the beginning of the game. Also, is the brightness... Is there a brightness setting anymore? Or is that gone? Ah, moody. There we go. It's really hard to see the setting, unfortunately, while I'm trying to see it. Because, yeah, it felt like everything was way too dark. Even when there's a torch nearby. And I still didn't go far enough for another double chest here. Yeah, the mining hammer is really nice, but even just a faster pickaxe is going to make a big difference. Also, pickaxes that don't break after mining half a stack of cobble will be nice. And I believe I have some chests, so I'll get those placed. Alright. I didn't really have a great plan for what I'm gonna do with these. But I was feeling like I should put like the paper or patterns in there. This one will be reserved for blocks, I think. And block adjacent materials. And then we can put stuff like patterns and cauldrons and random stuff we need to make stuff in here. Okay. So let me chop some more trees. Is it nighttime yet? Days go so fast. I would say I don't love how short a day is in GTNH. It's kind of annoying to me how often you need to sleep. When did they add that you can right-click on grass? I don't think I can right-click on grass to do anything with it. So they definitely haven't added it yet. I just switched to the old hand lawnmower and go for it. The shovel? Oh. Whoa! What? The heck? Is that new? That's gotta be new. It is new. Et Futurum Requiem is a new mod. Wow. The pathoning begins. EFR is what backported everything. Yeah, that's the one that brought the barrels and stuff. Right? Alright. Plant some more. Already time for Betty Bye again. Sweet. Okay, so we should be able to make all these pretty soon. I mean, we actually already have enough paper, maybe? Did I have 16? We're close to having enough paper. All right. Do I have everything we need to make paper? We need buckets, we need mortars, and we need logs. Okay. So I'll go get a little bit more. Bucket. Paper. We go to 8. Man, that is so clutch. Did you see that? Now, why did it make... this is problematic. It made more wood pulp than we needed. Or did it? It feels like it did. Why do I have 24 wood pulp now? Let me just do this real quick. I had 16 already. But if I had 16 already, why did I end with more than 16? It shouldn't have crafted extra wood pulp. So is the Autocrafter not always doing all the right numbers of things, maybe? Mint is dying over here for paths to the farm. I tend to do making things look better in waves. I could do a little bit of a tiny I would need a lot of shovels though to do this, because it uses their durability. So that's like an entire shovel just to do this part. Because then I want stairs, we'll want all sorts of stuff. Take an axe and right-click a log. No way, they did like bark stripping of just normal logs? Wow. Crazy. Uh-oh, now I made stripped oak logs because of you. Do not use with your healing axe. Wait, what happens if you do it with a healing axe? It'll damage it? Can that be fixed? I mean, would it really be that big of a deal if you could just not damage at all from stripping logs? Would that be that big of a problem? Feels like it would just be easier to just make it so that stripping logs doesn't damage axes at all. But what do I know? Everything's got to use durability. This is Gregtech after all. Don't know why I'm not using the shovel for this. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. We'll eat some chickens here. That's a no to collapsing to a single icon. That's a bummer. Guess mini pages it is. You still need the line on the left to click. Wow, you literally can't turn these into planks? That's kind of annoying. But they still count as logs? Oh, you can still mortar them. Okay, well that's fine then. Alright, let's see if it gets the number wrong again. Or if that was some other weirdness happening. So, 4 buckets. And then we go in here. 16 logs should be enough. We already have 14 paper, so I need to go up to 14 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 22. And I should get... Well, the problem is I don't even have enough logs to make extra, so let's get a few more logs first. Let's get rid of this tree. But then my brain is like, wait, is it gonna know that dark oak is gonna work for paper? I'm still not totally clear on how all the ore dictionary stuff works with autocrafting. So maybe I need regular oak logs too. Let's do one more regular tree here. Just to make sure. Mint, Gregtech, New Horizons does have like concrete and stuff. So yes. But yeah, not in vanilla Minecraft. Alright, let's see what it does. Shift C. No, it's definitely borked. It just made way more wood pulp than it needed to. That's a bummer. I mean, as far as I can tell, that's just a bug. Of some sort. I'm wondering if it's coming from the fact that since we already had some paper, it was thinking about crafting 88 wood pulp. But you'd think it'd start from the top and see, I only need 8 more paper. Therefore, I only need, you know, it would basically be doing the math for this. Therefore, I only need 32 wood pulp. Yeah, it definitely did something wrong there. So I think I found a bug. If that's not a bug, it's not a feature either. But yeah, John, that shouldn't be the case because it looks at what you already have in your inventory and crafts the difference. At least that's what it's supposed to be doing. So it shouldn't really matter if you start with some of the finished product in your inventory, because that should be the same as if you were to just reduce this down to 8. Like, it should do the math on paper I have minus paper of this, and then do that math. I was missing buckets of water? I don't think so. I only crafted 8 paper, so no. I had 4 buckets of water, and I crafted 8 paper. It successfully crafted the 8 paper, but it made more wood pulp than it needed to make in the process. We had 0 wood pulp in our inventory, and we ended with extra. So, as far as I can tell, it did something wrong. I don't think we misused it there. Yeah, I mean, clearly something's off, John. Like you might be right that that's why, that's related to what the bug is, but it's not like I'm trying to do an unintended functionality with it or something. That is the intended way it's supposed to work. Can I just test crafting 8 paper? Ugh, fine. I will need another mortar. We're running out of mortars. We're gonna need the paper anyway, so we might as well do it. Okay, so that was weird. Oh, I didn't get stone. Okay, well that was a good reason why that didn't work. Well, I had selected 22 car step because I already had 14 paper. And so I went up to 22 so that it would make 8 more, which is how it works. Okay, so I can probably get rid of a couple of these. And now we need a total of 16 logs, but I'll have more logs just in case. Currently we have... It's bedtime again? Honestly, I don't remember being this bothered by how frequent bedtime is last season, but for whatever reason, I'm kind of getting, like, annoyed by this. Feels like you can't even do anything before you have to go to bed again. I guess maybe I'm remembering spending a lot of time inside the base, which was well lit. And you don't need to worry about sleeping when you're inside the base. Maybe that's what it was. Stardew Valley's different for me because the day cycle is an actual part of the game. Like, you only have so much energy per day, and for a while you're working on, like, getting more... I mean, for a long while, you're restricted by the amount of energy, not time. Eventually, you do get to a point where the time is what gets in the way. Okay, so that should be enough logs for the bug to rear its head. Let's see if it happens again. Just making 8 from scratch, and I'll have to throw we'll just throw the wood pulp over here for now. So no wood pulp in inventory. Grab some water here. Oop. We have the full water amount. 4 water. We'll throw the paper over here. No paper in inventory. No pulp in inventory. And scroll down to 8. Shift C. And it ends with 24 extra wood pulp. There is definitely a bug here. Definitely a bug. I'm not sure what it is, but it's not working correctly. Because it's got the correct amounts shown here. That's the confusing part. So it's doing something more times than it even says it should be doing it. Because if it did exactly 16, then that would have produced exactly 32. And that should have been just enough to do the 4 clay buckets. I don't know. Yeah, like I got no ideas for... All I know is what we saw, and we all saw it, so... Anyway, the nice news is I can now get more. We've made a lot of paper now. That's the nice news. So we can just do this manually. What? Oh. That was a bug, I think. Sweet. Okay, well, we got lots of paper, so that's great. Let's grab our cotton here. That's enough for 1 tanned leather. And we'll grab a bunch of berries. Berries are so great for food early game because they're just so easy. There's just zero, no muss, no fuss. You just grab them. Super nice. And then carrots, I forget, can we turn those into something good? Not really. Anything with dough is kind of annoying for a long time. Oh, sorry, I didn't look at shapeless crafting. What you really want are the super simple ones that's like carrot plus, yeah, something like this. Carrot, potato, but not the bowl. You want the ones that use a tool instead. And don't require... Here, knife, carrot, carrot. Salad dressing is annoying. I can make... carrot and lettuce. That's the kind of food you want. Spring salad. So we should start growing a bunch of lettuce. And then we can make spring salads. And carrot juice is also a thing. So... That's nice. I'm gonna draw some carrots here. How did I just get... Oh. Got the well-fed bonus. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick little break here, use the restroom, get something more to drink. You guys should do the same. Take care of your body, you know, stretch your neck, stretch your back, stretch your legs, all those good things. And we'll be back in a couple minutes here. I would like to... I don't know what I'm gonna do with those logs. I guess we'll just put them in here for now. And... 40 paper. Sweet, we have 56 paper. That should be enough for a little while. Just seeing if I have any raw meat I need to get cooking. I don't think so. Garnet sand should go over here. Okay, Unfortunately, I don't want the game to keep running, so I actually have to disconnect for a minute because that's how servers work. So I'm not quitting. I'll be right back, but I can't easily pause the game. And I don't really want it to run for 5 minutes. It'll be the middle of the night by the time I get back because that's how fast days go by. All right. I'll be right back. All right. Hopping back in here. Drink some juice. Okay. So, next on the list, let's get paper bark saplings going. Which we can get with a jungle sapling. I mean, is there a jungle? Were there jungle trees here in the swamp? Do those count as jungle trees? I don't feel like we've seen jungle trees yet. I don't know what kind of trees are in the swamp. Huh. Because if not, we can just grab some of these coins. What all can these be turned into? Olive. Oh, that's it. Okay, I'm not too worried about them. They come from a lot of quests as well, so. It's not like I need the other 5 for something right now. So we're gonna do our first coin turn in. Coins. Vanilla saplings. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, I have to choose. I thought I was gonna get all of them. Jungle sapling. Claim that, and then we grab a single sheet of paper. Now, I guess I'll grab 2. I assume that you can cut down paper bark trees to get more paper bark saplings. Or at least to get jungle saplings. I hope that's how that works. If paper bark trees give me like oak saplings, I'm gonna be so mad. That would be so dumb. But yeah, let's plant these over here. Cut this guy down. You wish Minecraft had FXAA or DLA? I don't know. Does it really matter? What would that do for us? I don't even know. I don't care that much about these types of graphics things. I feel like Minecraft has its look, you know? Why does it need to be more? I've never understood the obsession with shaders. But some people are very into making Minecraft look very different than it actually looks, which is fun from like a technical standpoint. But I don't personally have a need for it. Okay, so we've got the paper bark going. Let's trash this guy. We're running out of tools. Okay, so back up to the Stone Age. Wait, what's in here? Oh, the carrot quest. We finally got that done. Oh yeah, potatoes. And then I think you just plant potatoes, right? Nope, I can't go because it's nighttime already. I swear, it's just nighttime every single 3 seconds. This is crazy. It really is crazy. Alright, so we'll get some potatoes growing down here. Oh, we got some haste. Get that speed. And there goes the hoe. Alright. That's all we get for now. And then how many logs do I have in backup? Do we even have much? No, we really need more. Okay, tree chopping it is. And then we'll work on our tinker's tools, but we need some logs for all that. I gotta say, it's nice not needing to collect flint for all the tools. Because that saves us a lot of gravel in the long run, not needing flint tools. What is that? Branch all the way out there? This tree is an annoying one. Is that it? Yeah. Alright, chop one more down. Plant some saplings. Perfect. Okay. And then, what was I gonna do? I already forgot. Oh yeah, we're just working on the Tinker's things. Why don't we cash in a couple of these loot bags? Loot bag. Ooh, 64 salt, 8 bone meal, and 4 bread. Interesting. Where should I put the bone meal? I guess in there. The bread is nice. And then I can literally slice it to get sliced bread. And then I think you can put sliced bread, yeah, with a pork chop to make a bacon sandwich. So I'll keep 1 baguette for eating. And I have no pork chops. We gotta go find some bacon. Here, bacon, 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 bacon. Is there any bacon on wheels nearby? Here we go. See some on the mini map. And hiya. Okay. Is there something wrong here? Or is like there a massive cooldown on this weapon that's like way more than a sword? This is weird. Yeah, I think the knife is like a bad weapon. At least it cooks it for me. Get out of here. Might as well get the last one. And we'll get some leafy gardens. Wow. 5 in a row. Yeah, it might be the same as the butcher's knife. Definitely makes it a bad thing to use as a weapon. Alright, wait, what quest did I get? Kill pigs, 5. Knife, 1. Perfect. Soon we'll have baked potatoes done. And then we got our paper bark. Ooh, lime, chestnut, or banana. Well, we already have... Wonder which one's harder to find out in the world. I'll grab lime. What the? Where did you come from? Okay, bacon sandwich. Bacon sandwich. Ta-da! Yeah. Actual saturation for the first time. Feels good. I'm just gonna grab 2 of these and I'll let that one keep spreading. Since I can. We're gonna need another chest here in a minute for all these various things. Oh yeah, I mean, it's almost full. Let's get the lime sapling planted. Let's get the pork chops cooked. Put the lime sapling right there. What is your problem, dude? Alright, well. Killed those things. And time to make tinker stuff. So we'll grab our paper, we'll grab the pattern. We've got a bunch of oak logs. And I think I'll use the dark oak logs, oops, to make just a bunch of sticks. So that we have that. And I don't remember if we need a mallet, but just in case we do. Okay, and now one easy way to do these quests is you click on these 4 in a row. And the reason I did that is now I have access to all 4 right here in the recent bar. So then I can easily just kind of put these things together. Okay, we do need some of that cotton. Yep. And then we've got 15 string. Didn't we already have some string? Yeah, we got string. And then oak barricade, 2 of those. And that gets us a part builder. Pattern chest. I'll make 4 blank patterns for now. And then I have chests somewhere. There we go. There's a pattern chest. Then we need the tool station, which needs another crafting chest, which needs some gravel, which will make flint. Which is now much cheaper. Crafting table. All right, tool station done. And then finally, the stencil table needs fences, which need a few planks. I guess I can do this myself. So we need those. Guess we need a few more sticks. Distribute. I don't remember that balance grid button being there, but maybe that's just because I didn't use normal crafting tables very often. Stencil table needs 3 sticks as well. Of course it does. And bada bing, bada boom. Tinker time. Nice. All right, so that opens up the quest book to your first bow, a forming press, your first flint throwing knife. I don't think we'll be doing that. Your first flint sword, I will be doing that. Cow tipping to get a bunch of leather, that will be important. But yeah, let's do this first quest here. When your first Tinker's tables are ready, you can craft your first real tool. If you didn't find a village yet to grab some parts from the chest, you can only craft flint tools. Let's start with a pickaxe, an axe, and a shovel. Keep in mind, most of the original tool parts from Tycon are not shown in NEI. That doesn't mean you can't craft them. Use the tooltips on patterns and molds as guidance. Your new tools are weak at first, but the more you use them, the better they'll get. You get a modifier slot after some levels, needing more as you level it up. It will level up to 99 if you play long enough with 20 modifier slots. Tool parts can be replaced for a bit of level XP, but the tool must be fully repaired. And you need to level up the mining level each time you replace the parts to unleash the full power of the pickaxe. So if you manage to get a zombie, skeleton, or creeper head, you can use it to skip the level up process. This doesn't use up a modifier level, but does change the look until you change the pickaxe part out. Interesting. You can also use a paper binding to add an extra modifier, but you'll also get modifiers with tool levels. Okay, so we need to craft some pattern. Oh, we need to go to bed. Okay, and then we'll make one more pattern here. And let's expand our little area. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the stencil table is what turns blank patterns into actual patterns. So what we want is the pickaxe head, axe head, tool binding, and shovel head. Shovel head, pickaxe head, tool binding, and axe head. Boom. So that's done. Now we need 3 flint and some planks. We got both. So then in the part builder, you can be like, I want a shovel head made of wood. I don't think it'll let you do that because you can already make wood tools, but that's how you would do it anyway. So flint shovel head. And then we can do, you can't do flint binding. How does that work? You hold shift for materials. Wood, stone, cactus, obsidian, netherrack, slime paper, blue slime, thaumium, and magical wooden. So wood binding for now is fine. I think you can, yeah, use a stick to get the other one. If we need, I don't even know if we need 2. And then axe head from flint, and then a pickaxe head. Oh yeah, Tinker's tools, baby. Okay, so that's done. I need one more stick. How dare I stop before sticks are done? Okay, and then we put them all together in the tool station. Is that right? Yeah. Pickaxe head, stick, binding. Oh, right. Sorry. You can select the button over here and it will tell you like what you need to make it. The mattock. Mattock? I wonder what the mattock can do that the shovel can't. Hatchet. Yeah, we just want basic pickaxe. Here. And then we need the basic axe, or basic shovel. And then we need the basic axe. Hatchet. The mattock can also till dirt. Interesting. So then it can't do pathing like the shovel can? Okay. And there we have it. Our first Tinker's tools. I'll just take the blank patterns. That's way more valuable, I think, than a random crappy loot bag. I've got 6 more patterns ready to go. We'll put the paper in here. String back in here. There's a book that we can read, Materials and You. All about the stencil tables and part builders and the tool forge and ore berries growing on crop sticks. Stuff about smelteries. How to make the next book. I don't think we really need much of this. Water walk. Well, that's not terrible. But what are those books? Or what are those books? What are those boots? Single use. What? Huh. Lead boots for walking underwater. Yeah, you can get the slime mold. That's really helpful to auto repair stuff. Oh, and you can name your tools? Ooh. Maybe we could name our tools after Patreon supporters. Oh, I need a sword. Let's do... Probably the longsword. So I need the guard and the sword blade. And guard. Sword blade. Handguard actually has to be stone. Oh yeah, we can put the patterns back in the pattern chest. That's so nice. Is this new? I can't remember if this is new. I know they added some things like this for the molds in the Gregtech machines. So. The Matic is a hoe that happens to shovel only dirt. Oh, interesting. Sounds less useful. Okay, so there's the handguard, and then something. There's a fly in here, something. Sword blade, flint. What? Have I missed something? Oh, stone handguard cannot be used to make a tool. Oh, well that'll do it. In that case, I can't make a sword yet, right? Because the accepted materials are stone, obsidian, netherrack, thaumium, and magical wooden. And metals, which obviously I have no metal casting yet, so... For now... Could I make a broadsword? We'd need a wide guard. I assume that's the same problem. Okay. Well, I guess we're not making a sword yet. Oh, you can make it out of bone? Why does it not... Okay, that sort of thing is the kind of thing that starts to bother me. Just about modded Minecraft and... It's like, why does it not tell you that you can use bone? Shouldn't it list it right there? It should list bone. Why does it not list bone? That's really misleading. The whole point of the list is to list what you can turn into handguards, and then they end up not actually doing it. I don't know what's going on. Okay, and now it's not... Okay. Now I'm really lost. So maybe it's not totally a lie? So what is the quest book telling me to do? Oh, a wide guard. Okay, sorry. I guess a wide guard can be made out of bone. That's, again, like, why do we need it? Why can't, I don't know. That's just annoying. At least the tooltip's correct. That makes me feel slightly better. But it's annoying that, like, a wide guard can be made out of bone, but a hand guard can't be. What is the actual, oops. What is the actual reason for that? That would be a gameplay reason that's reasonable. I can't think of one. That doesn't mean there isn't one, to be fair, but I can't think of one. It just seems kind of unreasonable and silly to me. Okay, are you gonna make me... There we go. Yay! Quest. Yeah, I mean, Shy, that argument, though, actually supports my point more, not less. Like, if it's not supposed to make sense anyway because it's a game, then it should be even more designed for the gameplay to feel good and make sense, even if it, like, because the most popular reason someone would answer to my question, it's because, well, a wide guard needs this kind of structural integrity, which bones would work for, but a hand guard wouldn't. Like maybe there's some physical property of the materials in real life where that actually would make sense. But if it's a game and it doesn't need to make sense, then why wouldn't you just allow the player to make whichever sword they prefer out of with bone? You know, that's my point. Who knows? It's not a big deal. It's just one of those, like, funny that the two different guards can't be made out of the same materials. Okay, patterns, we'll store those in here. And we got tools. Boy, does that feel good. Boy, oh boy. That knife can just probably go in the trash. And now we've got 6 attack damage. We got mining speed of 4. The durability is still not very high, but it's higher than it was. And we got paper bark. Nice. You know, I should have built them further apart because we would have gotten more saplings out of it. All right, perfect. There we go. Paper bark saplings. Space them out a little bit more. We'll do 3 spaces between them. Even that's still not perfectly efficient, but it's at least something. Put dirt there. Okay. So that'll be our paper farm, and now we'll never have to do that horrific process again. Nice. Collect berries. Cadis, it can wait until it feels like you're done with it. I'm not in a crazy rush or anything. Hey, we got a mallow berry finally, and some blackberries. Now, can paper bark be turned into logs just like everything else? Yeah, they make jungle planks. Maybe paper bark should be... Well, no, never mind. It's kind of annoying to grow because the saplings are the wrong kind of sapling. They're jungle saplings. So you'd have to add paper every single time to make the correct thing, and that is actually annoying. I'm gonna have so many random fruits. How'd do? Time to trash some wooden tools. And I also have to remember, how do we repair these? Can I just repair with flint, or do I need to actually use the tool station? I think we actually need the tool station. Is that right? Yeah. So that probably means we're gonna start carrying flint around. And a tool station needs to be carried around as well. So that we can repair things. Oh, they gave me an iron knife? I missed that. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, how long have we been streaming? 3 hours? Nice. I've got a little bit of time left to still go. But yeah, we've made some good quest book progress. We're kind of starting to get towards like actual, you know, the game is starting to begin, right? Because once you finally start getting bronze, then you can actually make machines. And that's kind of when the game starts to feel like Gregtech, you know? I love this stage though, and we're gonna be in this stage for a little bit longer, because I think we're gonna prettify the base a little bit. We're gonna dig out a little bit more of a real room. We're gonna make a little bit more of a farming area that looks correct. We'll clean all this up and make it terraced and stuff. For now, let's chop some more oak trees here. Oh yeah, that's so much faster. Yeah, John, exactly. I always used to carry a tool station, plus repair ingots for my tinker's tools. There's one way up there. Can I get to it? Maybe? Yes. And then at some point we'll have to find redstone, and you can use the redstone to enchant your tinker's tools with haste. And then it's also a thing now, I guess, to put fortune on your pickaxe, because now we have the different kinds of ores. The way the mining works, you're not mining the block itself, you're mining the like small, or whatever it's called, the raw ores. And so that works with fortune, which makes a big difference. Oh my, what is this nonsense? This is why I don't like oak trees. They do this to you. Alright, hopefully that... Oh, one more. Hopefully that's enough oak log action to last me for a little while. I love how the trees grow while you're chopping other trees. If they knew what was good for them, they wouldn't. Alright, the straight lines are nice because it just makes a wall of wood that you can chop through without leaves getting in the way. But it does, I think, reduce... Like, I think it's not quite sustainable sapling-wise. But that's fine, because you can always just alternate. We got some apples there to eat. Alright. Sweet. Let's maybe go kill some cows so we can get that quest done. What's the time? 3 p.m.? Might have to come back, but maybe we see some cows out here somewhere. I see chickens. I see blueberries. So many blueberries over here. Goodness. Whatever we can do with blueberries, we need 1 million of them. I can make fruit salads, I think, right? And we can do blueberry juice with the soft mallet. More gourd gardens. Here's cows. Time to go cow tipping. Oh, one shot. Nice. Hey, we got the Minecraft achievement, but we have to kill more than that for the GTNH achievement. Unfortunately, I'm one cow short. Or was it 6? It was 5 or 6. And we only got 4. And the daytime is just about up, so we gotta turn around here. Go sleep real quick. What kind of bush is this? Just raspberry. We already got those. Sweet. All right, I need to hydrate. It has been commanded. Gooseberry. Oh yeah, that's the Z level that we're gonna get everything down to eventually. That'll be a project. That'll be a project. All right. I should make the flint knife a recipe here. So let's do knife. Flint. And then I can just shift A that. Okay. And then maybe we can autocraft them, and that'll make it easier to make salads and such. There we go, knife. I guess just having flint and logs in my inventory is gonna be clutch. Flint, log, and stone make most of the things I've needed. Okay, and then blueberries just become fruit salads automatically, like that. Cook the beef. And what do we have in our lunch bag? Oh, perfect. Now we actually have like a reasonable spread of stuff. That's actually really nice. Somehow this thing's already full. What do we do? Sneak, click, open lunch bag, do some munching. And then, yeah, let's go grab our textiles. I can't just hold right click with that. Let's just have the pickaxe out. Try to not accidentally sprint over something. Perfect. Look at that. 68. Yeah, I mean the flax that you can grow is so much worse at making string and like tanned leather and stuff. Highly recommend the Natura cotton. I don't even know where I'm putting it. I guess we should put it in here. I don't even know. We're gonna need some organization soon, I think. maybe thing number 1. Let's put saplings. That's it, and I'll count berry bushes as saplings. Saplings, gardens in a separate spot, and that at least clears up things a little bit. Mushroom garden. Bulls don't need to be in there. Okay, that leaves a little bit more space for flowers and food. I can also take all the flowers out at some point. Saplings and gardens go in here. And maybe we'll put cotton in there too. Yeah, it's fine there. So I have a wooden pickaxe I can trash. Repair this guy. Okay, let's go find some more cows to remove from the land of the living. What is it? 2 more cows need to die so we may live. I mean, it really, at least in the biome that we're in, there's so much random food just sitting around. I mean, look at this, like 3 gourd gardens. We can just grab those, eat some random cucumbers and zucchinis. There's food everywhere. Berry bushes. Look at this. We'd have to struggle to starve to death in this biome. Alright, well, we found the pig. But the pig is not cow. Pig is pig. Hiya. I see no cow on minimap. By the way, the minimap thing, if you play on a server that's hosted locally, you have to download the regular version, or I think it's called Unlimited, but it's just the regular version of Journey Map, because Gregtech comes packaged with the Fair Play version, which doesn't allow you to see mobs on the minimap when you're on a server. When you're on single player, it works fine. Oh, there's nutmeg over here. Good to know. Yeah, the cave stuff and the mob stuff doesn't work on servers by default. Would have thought I would have seen a cow by now. Let's just keep going around to the west here. I should probably kill the rabbits for rabbit meat, right? I don't know. Can rabbit hides? Oh! I mean, it's a lot of string, but you can turn it into just regular leather. It's like part of a cow. Chomp those berries real quick. Wait, do I have enough leafy gardens? I don't remember if we do. I know we have enough stalk gardens. I don't remember my leafy garden count. Still no cows. This is weird. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. We found ourselves a canyon biome. Look at all that hardened clay. What you're staring at right now is aluminum. Well, it's pre-aluminum. Oh, and you know what? We're here. We might as well mine this. We'll need it eventually. Sweet. We'll have to check that out soon, but I'm not gonna do that right now. Right now, I'm just on a mission for cows. And then we'll probably have to be done with the stream. Might do a couple housekeeping things. Oh look, more cotton. Because we needed more. Oh, and this is just barley that's already grown? I forgot about this. Yeah, this actually isn't that hard to turn into flour. And then we can make water, fresh water, but that uses up the bucket. So it's pretty annoying to make dough until you... We have a cauldron though. Maybe we can use the cauldron and then you can make a whole stack at once. Yeah, you can fill the cauldron with water. So that might be the method I go with. It's cauldron. Make dough. I don't remember if we had the leafy gardens, so we'll grab these. Oh my gosh, there's so many leafy gardens. Did they increase the spawn rate, or is the grove... It might just be the grove biome has an absurd amount of gardens in it. Because I remember struggling a little bit more than this to find all the Pam's Harvest Craft gardens, and we are just like swimming in them right now. This is crazy. Six, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4. Grab some more barley, because why not? Oh, I don't need stock gardens. I'll just pop those. Still no cows, by the way. This has been a long amount of time without seeing a single cow. There we go. Finally. Here at the end of the day. Uh-oh, it's about to be nighttime, and I don't have torches. I do have torches. Okay, good. I was like, did I put those in a chest like a dummy? Because that is the kind of thing I would do. Try to clean up everything, put away my torches, then go out on a long journey where I need torches. Okay, we will work on actually domesticating mobs eventually, but for now I just needed some starting leather and stuff. Uh-oh. Better go faster. Oh, it's getting dark. Oh no. It's getting very dark. I cannot see. All right. Hopefully. Okay, that's enough to get me home, I think. I needed to turn around a little bit sooner. Okay, well, we see the light from home. Can we get all the way there? Different question. Ah! I've been lit on fire by an unknown force. Just get home. Ignore everything. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Close the door. Get in. Sleep. Okay. We made it. Perfect. Never didn't have it. Alright. No big deal. You know what I really wish is the button that a lot of games are adding where it adds everything into the inventory that's already in the inventory. So like if there are already berries in there, it would add those. I got really used to that playing what's the game called? Pal World. It was very nice. half of why I said it, Cadis, is because I figured it might exist. Is there a hotkey for it? What's the hotkey? Or I don't know. What's the mod? Is it inventory tweaks? That's not it. What's it called? It's BOGO sorter. Okay. Keybind. Drop off? None. Okay, what can we put it as? I think B is good, because that's not going to do anything when we've got an inventory open. Instead, it hides the bookmark panel because of NEI. But I don't really need that because I already have O to hide. Oh, wait, you do it from... Oh my god. Holy crap. It moves them into just everything nearby? Now that's interesting. Didn't expect it to do that. Is it gonna move like a soft mallet into there when I'm actually curious how this works. So if I make another soft mallet, which I can't because I don't have birch logs. Really? Huh. I thought this would work with a different type of log. The other ones have been. Or maybe it's because I had planks already. Yeah. Anyway. I can't use B then, because that's the bookmark, so... It needs to be something like in. A lot of none. So anything that's just in. Notes. Yeah. M. M is not anything. You'd think it'd be map. But no, it's J for journey map. Anyway, let's see. So if I do this, it highlights the containers it checked. Okay, so it won't move things that aren't stacked. Well, will it move something that is already in there but is fully stacked? Yes. So maybe it only moves stackable items, because otherwise it would move the mallet. But it doesn't. So it must not move single stack items. Because we already have a mallet in here. Or maybe it's because the durability doesn't match. What about the mortar? Does it move the mortar? Oh, it does. Oh. Okay, so that's a potential annoyance with that it might move something we don't want moved, but it's good to know how that works so we can work around it, you know, make it work for us. And let's cook some more meats here. Alright, get rid of all these. Sweet. All right, well, I think this is a perfect ending point. For those of you from the future edited YouTube, as always, let me know what you think about the editing. Let me know what you think about the series. I'm having a ton of fun. I'm excited to keep gregging along as we go. Stream schedule-wise, I'm still kind of figuring out my normal like cadence for everything. I don't know how many streams there will be per week. It'll probably be 2 to 3. And I will try to always announce them on the Crydania Discord beforehand. So head over to the Crydania Discord. There's a link in the description and everything. And that will be the best place to kind of know when I'm going to stream. Otherwise, you know, it'll just be around the same times that I have been streaming, but I don't always know which days it'll be on. So definitely check out the Discord. It's a fun place to hang out. And if you'd like to support me making these videos financially, well, one of the ways to do it is you're already doing it. You're just showing up. But another way to do it is through Patreon, and that's patreon.com/Krydax. You can head over there and find anything you're looking for in terms of all the different tiers. Also, thank you for the follow button. But yeah, don't feel obligated to support me, but I do appreciate my patrons very much. And with that, I think we'll call it a YouTube episode. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, sweet. Is there anything else we need to do real quick? I was going to, I don't know. There's so many things to do. Fixing this area is pretty high on the list, I think. Getting an actual farm going. Now that we have Tinker's tools, I feel a lot better about doing projects for stuff. We have Tinker's tools, and we have the ability to make a bunch of flint easily, so we can repair the tools. I'm feeling pretty decent about where we're at. Leather. Grab our pork chops. 38 pork chops. Wow, that's a lot. And can I do anything with them, like, super easily? Kind of need bread or maple syrup. Or lettuce. Ah, lettuce. Pork lettuce wraps. That's the play. I mean, it's not that incredible, but it'd be better. The lettuce seems like a good one. It goes in a lot of stuff. Makes sense. Kind of like real life. Kind of like real life there. Sweet. Well, I think we'll call that right there. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed it. And I will be streaming more, I think, on Saturday. Not 100% sure on that. Kind of depends on some IRL stuff. So that one's a bit of a question mark, but tomorrow will not be a stream, but potentially Saturday. See you later, Shy.